Did you know the Passport program now has a deadline for sending in claims? Starting on March 31st, 2027, you will have 12 months after each fiscal year ends to send in your claims. For example, if you buy an eligible item or service between April 1st, 2026 and March 31st, 2027, you will need to send in your claim by March 31st, 2028. If you send it in after that date, it will not be reimbursed. This means claims from the current fiscal year 2025-2026 and all admissible claims from past years must be in by March 31st, 2027. After this, no expenses that happened before April 1st, 2027 will be reimbursed. For example, if you buy an eligible item or service between April 1st, 2025 and March 31st, 2026, you will need to send in your claim by March 31st, 2027. If you bought something in prior years that you did not claim and have remaining funds available in your budget from that year, you will need to send in your claim by March 31st, 2027. If you send it in after that date, it will not be reimbursed. What you should know about submitting past claims. Is the item or service admissible? You can only be reimbursed for eligible expenses. The Passport guidelines have changed over the years, so you will need to check the admissibility of items using the guidelines from the year of your expense, or contact your local passport agency for help. For example, laptops were not admissible until April 1st, 2020. So if you bought a laptop before this date, you cannot get reimbursed for it. However, if you bought a laptop in 2024 and did not submit a claim for it, you still can, but only if you didn't already use all of the $3,000 that is allowed for technology purchases for that year. You can view older guidelines at passportfunding.ca/filing-claims. What is a fiscal year? The Passport program fiscal year is the annual period that you have to use your funding amount. The fiscal year goes from April 1st of one year to March 31st of the following year. For example, April 1st, 2025 to March 31st, 2026. Your Passport funding is allocated on a fiscal year basis and automatically renews every April 1st. Funds you don't spend will not carry over into the following year. Are there funds left in your fiscal year budget? Approved reimbursements are paid from the fiscal year an item or service was received. That means you must have some funds available in your budget from the year that the claim is being made. Here are some things to keep in mind when you're submitting claims. Always send a detailed receipt or proof of purchase that shows the provider's name and address, date, amount, and service or item details. Bank transaction receipts and credit card statements are not acceptable proof of payment. Use eClaim or MyDirectPlan to submit your claims to avoid errors in your submissions. Make sure copies of receipts and support worker signatures are clear. If you're submitting claims using email, fax, or mail, fill out the Purchase of Service invoice form correctly. Make sure all the fields are completed with the right information, including names, service dates, amounts, claim total amount, and required handwritten signatures. You can visit the Filing Claims resource page at passportfunding.ca for a complete guide on filling out the Purchase of Service invoice form. If an item you bought has been delivered, use the delivery date, not the order date. If you're still unsure, check page 9 of the Passport Guidelines for more information, or call your local passport agency for support. For activities, like camps or concerts, use the activity date, not the purchase date. Some items in categories such as technology, supplies and equipment for community participation, live events, person-directed planning, and administration fees have reimbursement limits. Check the passport guidelines to learn more about category limits in each fiscal year. You can also find a helpful tip sheet on category limits at passportfunding.ca/filing-claims. How to complete a mileage log. For mileage claims, it is recommended that you fill out a mileage log and submit it with your passport claim whenever possible, or keep it handy in case it's requested later. You can download a mileage log template at passportfunding.ca/filing-claims, or you can create your own log. It is important that your log is filled out with detailed and accurate information. If you're making your own log, here is what you need to include to make sure it is accepted. Provide the full name of the person who incurred the mileage. It can be you, a caregiver, a support worker, or anyone who drove you to an eligible activity. Enter the full travel dates, the month, day, and year, from the start to the end of each trip. List each trip separately. Do not combine different days or activities into one entry. Write the full addresses from where you started to where you ended your travel. You can also use the full name of a recognizable location like Canada's Wonderland or Royal Ontario Museum. Be sure to note if it is a one-way or return trip. Be specific about the reason for your travel. For example, bowling at Plaza Lanes or visiting Brooks Farms, not recreation activity or going to park. Add the total kilometers that you traveled to and from your location. Provide the rate amount. It can be a flat rate or a per kilometer rate. Finally, include the amount for each trip and the total amount of your claim. The total amount must match what's on page 2 of your purchase of service invoice form. If you need help with your mileage log, don't hesitate to reach out to your local passport agency. Learn more about the new claim deadline or get help with submitted claims by visiting passportfunding.ca/filing-claims.